I always found the Seder plate to be rather confusing. The Haggadah mentions 6 items, but we really need 5. Some of them we eat as part of the Seder, like karpas, green vegetable, and maror, the bitter herb, and others, like the egg and the zroa, we have no idea what to do with. And what exactly is zroa? Here in the US, most people use a shank bone, but in Israel, they use a chicken wing. The reason for the confusion is that the Seder plate, like the Seder itself, has been evolving for almost 2,000 years and still is. If the ancient rabbis who designed the Seder used the Seder plate at all, which probably they didn't, it was more like a wicker basket that contained everything a family needed, from the meal's main courses to the ritual elements. Seder means order, so let's make some Seder to the Seder plate. Egg and zroa. These items did not start as symbolic foods, but as the main dishes. First, the ancient rabbis required 2 dishes for Passover. That evolved into 2 dishes commemorating the 2 sacrifices offered during the time of the temple, Pesach and Chagigah, which later evolved into egg and bone. The bone also symbolizes God's mighty arm, hence a shank bone, or, more popular in Israel, a chicken wing. Horseradish and bitter herb. You do not need both. So why is there a place for both of them on the Seder plate? We do need a bitter herb, and many herbs and vegetables can be used. The most popular was called chazeret. In ancient times, the word meant lettuce, but then it changed to mean horseradish. Somehow the horseradish that started as an example for bitter herb got its own place on the plate. You can choose either one or both. Dips. Twice the Haggadah instructs us to dip our food. The first dip is the charoset, the sweet brown paste that symbolizes the mortar our ancestors used in their hard work in Egypt. The charoset made it into the Seder plate and is eaten with the bitter herb. The second dip is salt water that symbolizes our ancestors' tears and is eaten with the karpas, the green leaf. It did not make the cut, but it is placed next to the Seder plate. To sum up, dip the green leaf in the salt water, dip the bitter herb or horseradish in the charoset. No need to touch the egg or the bone unless you really want to. Happy Passover. See you next week.